Good evening, everyone. Welcome back once again to Vicious Rants. And of course, I'm your host, your YouTube Messiah, and often imitated, never duplicated superstar Tim Vicious. And we are gonna go over Raw this week. Was, as per the norm, we'll say for the past 3 months straight now at the Performance Center. You know, as much as I'd like to stop saying it's in, been doing this long enough to where saying the location of the show is kind of secondary. But before we get into Raw, we're going to switch gears, talk about last week with the SmackDown Rewind. Big highlights from last week. Well, one thing I guarantee I never thought I would ever see in wrestling. Otis and Mandy did a Fast Times at Ridgemont High scene. The ever infamous, iconic Fast Times at Ridgemont High scene, dream sequence scene, and anyone from my generation all knows that because we've all had that dream about one girl at one point or another. And yeah. Also, big highlight from last week, it started out in a big what the fuck manner with, there was a car crash, Elias was hit by the car, and then apparently it was Jeff Hardy. He was apparently inebriated, but he was arrested and then came back later at the end of the show, took out Sheamus, and just, whoa, a lot to take in right there, like, holy shit, fuck. And apparently, Matt wasn't a big fan of that, I'm guessing. I don't know. He put out something on his Twitter at almost the exact moment that came out, so a lot of people are reading it that way. Here's my take. One, none of us have any clue on if Jeff had any say on or any pitched the idea on it in any type of way. And two, at this point in Jeff's career, considering how much his namesake is with the company, he would have some say, and I wouldn't be surprised if Jeff would be the kind of guy that would go straight to Vince instead of just, talking to a producer or talking to a writer. So, I'm just saying, I'm pretty sure if Jeff would be like, hey, Vince, listen, about with this. And that's just me, though, okay? Other than that, not much else really to dig in on. Sonya Deville got a win over Lacey Evans, so it's nice to see that they're building Sonya up. So, yeah. Now, so, other than that, really, not much else big going on. So, let's get back into it and talk about Raw. It started out with the Monday night, one Messiah to another. Seth, coming from this is the YouTube Messiah here. Seth, you want to say you're the Monday Night Messiah, you need to start showing it. You can't keep saying you're the Messiah when you're a very naughty boy, otherwise you're gonna have to go away. And I pray somebody gets that reference, and if you do, fucking say something in the fucking comments. Seth came out, held a eulogy for Rey Mysterio for retiring him because he jammed his eye into the stair and all that, and Rey is literally one eye, and just like, woo. And he did it in a very touching way, and, the way, I absolutely dug it because, I fucking love the way Seth is going with this heel work right now. I cannot even stress that enough. It's fucking amazing because the way he's carrying himself, he doesn't come off as a villain. And I keep stressing this, and it's to the point of nauseum. The best villains don't see themselves as villains. They see themselves as the heroes of the story. That everyone else is the villain. The ones who don't see what he sees are the villains. That's the issue. And that's what he is putting out there. Talking about on how he sacrificed Rey Mysterio for the greater good. You know, now, here's my question. You want to say you sacrificed him, okay, all well and good. But you're sacrificing for the greater good. But what was the greater good? Is it to continue the show, to open up a spot on the card for somebody else? You know, to allow somebody new to come in? What is it exactly? That's where my question is. That's where the thinking and the creative in me comes in. But either way, he did that, cut a very beautiful eulogy-like promo on Rey's career, and then showed a career highlight video, which really was like, wow, to where you thought like, holy shit, this would be like something you would see if he was going in the Hall of Fame. And as they're going on, then Aleister Black eventually came out, which then led us to our first match of the night. Seth Rollins against Aleister Black. Holy fucking shit, this was fucking good. I loved it. This was a damn good match. Really liked how Seth was leading at the start. You know, nice, good shot for shot kind of way with these two. I freaking loved it. I could see this main event the pay-per-view. This really could. Now, at one point when Seth and Black were on the outside, just as Murphy and Theory were about to come over, next thing you know, Carrillo came out, running down with a chair, scared them off like a couple cockroaches when you turn the light on. And then, next thing you know, it was like, boom, okay. Shit cleared up real quick. And then they got back to the action. A lot of good, really dug it, you know. Really dug the match. I absolutely fucking loved it. The match came to an end with Aleister Black doing a roll-up on Seth. You know, doing a roll-up on Seth. And then, after that, then Murphy, Theory, and Rollins all proceeded to do a 3-on-2 beatdown on them guys. And then they held Black like, watch! Boom! And then they went to town, and then Seth went to town on Humberto, saying, don't make me have to do to him what I did to Rey, basically. So now we get to our next match, Apollo Crews. He's out, and he's issuing a U.S. title match, and he's declaring he wants to defend his newly won title against a challenger of his choosing. He chooses Kevin Owens. Kevin comes out and says, listen, I appreciate you offering it to me, and I don't want you to take it at, like, I don't think I deserve it, because I know I do. I busted my ass in this company long enough to. But I don't want your pity. And then he said, Cruz, like, don't take this as pity, man. No, this ain't pity. I'm doing this because you earned it. You want this? Yeah, okay. But I don't want to do this to you. Don't want to do what? I don't want to make you have don't want your title reign to end this quick. Oh, them's fighting words. So we get to it. Apollo and Owens had a nice, good, solid match. Nice, good back and forth with Crews leading the pace. And, you know, I really dug that. I dug the back and forth with these guys, and I don't ever remember if they ever had any matches on the indies. I'm going to have to do some searching out on the Google later. But I freaking dug the shit out of this match. And we all know on how big of a KO fan I am, but this really kind of gave me like 2014 Ring of Honor vibes watching this match. Just like, holy shit. But, yeah. Anyways, The match wound up coming to an end. It got thrown out when Garza and Andrade came down and did a beatdown on both of them. And then end of sequence, fade to black. We come back and now we got a tag match. Which, you know, Teddy Long's got to be sitting at home during lockdown watching that saying, now that is on how you do a tag team match, players. Holla, holla, holla. So now we got Cruz and Owens going against Garza and Andrade, which then the heels, Garza and Andrade, they were leading the pace, which made perfect sense considering these two guys were just going at it with each other, so, you know, they're not going to be running at it full steam against them. As the match went on, had a nice little bit back and forth tussle with each other. Like, I dug that. Match came to an end eventually with Cruz and Owens getting the win, with Cruz doing that sit-down powerbomb of his onto Andrade, got the 1, 2, 3, that was it. And also, cannot mention Angel Garza or Andrade without mentioning, once again, Zelina Vega and the ever so weekly Aleister Black, you modern day Billie Kidman overachieving son of a bitch bastard. Modern day overachieving Billie Kidman son of a bitch bastard. Damn. Damn. Yeah. And for those who may not get that reference, simple enough. Billie Kidman at one point got Tori Wilson, which at that point in time he was an overachieving son of a bitch bastard. Aleister Black, Zelina Vega. So he is a modern day Billie Kidman overachieving son of a bitch bastard. Yeah. Next up we got women's action though. Billie Kay going against Nikki Cross, which was a really cool match. Especially right before the match we got backstage action with them both squawking at each other and then having a shoving contest and Pierce coming in between them like, whoa, whoa! Like that, which really cool to see, you know. Like to see the backstage hands actually get in between as it's happening, not like after the fight happens, like, okay, that's enough, break it up, you know, like a mom breaking up two kids fighting each other after so long, like, now are you two idiots done fighting? So, really dug the match. Billie, she led the match the entire time. I really dug. I'm cool with that, you know, especially after, you know, a couple weeks ago with the ever infamous heartbreaking slap to Payton. And then, but yeah, Billie Kay, she got the win doing what I guess was like a sit-down Uranagi? It was like, I don't even know on how to describe the move she really did. I mean, that's what Facefuck Phillips said it was, but... So yeah, next up we got next women's action, Nia Jax against Kairi Sane. Nia cut a nice scaling promo talking about on how she's going to beat Asuka at Backlash and be the new Raw Women's Champion. And how Asuka didn't win or earn the title. It was just handed to her because Becky was running off to go be a mama. And, you know, I got no problem with those kind of promos. You know, and to everyone shitting on the idea of WWE, for everyone that was shitting on WWE saying, oh, WWE's milking the whole Becky Lynch pregnant thing with the man, the ma shirts and all that jazz. So fucking what? Dude, it's fucking business. If AEW can make money off of Shawn Spears wearing underwear with Tully Blanchard's face on his crotch, how much you want to bet they're going to do whatever they can to make hand over dollar with that? If the Young Bucks super kicking fucking Jim Ross earns the company another $2 million, would anyone complain? If, you know, Christ, you know, I'm just pulling shit out of the air. But seriously, it's business at the end of the day. Those shirts get the company money. Those shirts that are tied to the wrestlers give the wrestlers royalties. Again, business. Fucking go with it. Anyways, back to Nia versus Kairi. Nice little bully versus person that's been picked on kind of story for a match. And I dug that, and I can relate to that because, contrary to on how I may be now, in my younger days, I was built extremely thin and lanky, and little Spike Dudley was more built than me, and I was the residential punching bag for every and all bully that came within a 3-block radius of me. Yeah, so enough about my personal life and my horrible shit. That's why I could relate to this, and I dug it. Kairi, she put up a nice fight against Nia, but to no avail. Nia threw Kairi against the stairs on the outside, brought her in, eventually hit her with a leg drop, 1, 2, 3, that was it. And then, yeah, a little bit later during the show, Kairi put out a tweet showing a picture. She caught a nasty gash on the side of her head right here, and, you know, I've been sitting on this for a minute because I wanted to think about on how to word this right, because I want to make sure what I say is clear. Hence why I tend to stay silent on a lot of subjects. But a lot of people want to shit on the idea of, oh, shit out there saying, oh, Nia's dangerous, this, that, and the other, she's unsafe, she's unprofessional, and all that jazz. Here's my fucking take. 1, where was all this shit when she was in NXT? Where was all this outroar and rage then? 2, where was all this outroar and rage when you guys were clamoring for her to be the women's champion and take it off of Alexa Bliss? And 3, where was it when you were all clamoring for her to go and beat the shit out of Ronda Rousey? I'm just saying. You know, yeah, she's had a bad run. She's had a bad run recently since her return. I'm not gonna deny that. But I'm not going to go out there and say, oh no, she's bad for the business, and all that shit. No. No. It's like anything else. You go through waves. Sometimes you hit high notes, and then sometimes you hit lows. So now we get to the next women's match, Charlotte versus my beloved, my future third ex-wife, Asuka. Real nice pace, really like, yeah, Charlotte, she was working Asuka's knee for a bit. And then, my God, at one point these two girls, oh my God, these two put on a fucking back and forth submission clinic with each other. Triangle, knee bar, arm bar, triangle, sleeper, choke, all that shit. And it just, oh, fucking beautiful. Loved it, loved it. Should mention beforehand, no, one thing I did want to make a point on, and I almost completely skipped it. The promo Charlotte cut before this match was fucking beautiful because she played to the NXT trainees in the crowd, you know. And I say trainees very loosely because a handful of those NXT guys and gals have been on TV regularly, on a regular, not so regular basis. And it was just, you know, the way she did it, it was beautiful because she did it in a way where it's, I'm better than you. Which is honestly the best kind of attitude she can have because that just fits her pedigree, given that she's a Flair. Now back to the match. It was fucking beautiful. The ending, though, was absolute shit. Did not like the fucking ending. It came to an end. Eventually, Charlotte knocked Asuka outside, and as Asuka's trying to get her bearings, get her head together, next thing you know, her music hits, and Asuka's like, wait, what? Looks over, and then she sees Nia come out wearing an Asuka mask, doing the Asuka dance, takes it off, and sees she's got the green paint on her, and it's just like, and she's like, oh, you rotten mother, and then ding, 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 count out. So yeah. Now we come to main event of the night. MVP versus Drew McIntyre. And again, I've said this last week. This, really reeks of ye old TNA. Drew Galloway versus Bobby Lashley. And I don't give a shit on that because that was fucking good. And I was all fucking for it. I would love to see that happen again. Let this kind of shit go like that. Please. And McIntyre versus Galloway, really, really quick. It was like maybe 5-10 minutes, it felt like at the most. It was a quick little match. Drew pretty much led the pace the entire time, and he got the win with the Claymore. After the win, Bobby Lashley came in, hit the full Nelson on him, and was ragged on him, and then the show ended with like that, which I'm all for because I like when the show ends hot like that. Like, oh man, it just ended. It ended like that. There's still action going on. Oh man, action. Something's gonna pick up later. So yeah. So I dug that. So that is it for this week's show, folks. So please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, go back, watch some of the other episodes. Look for me on the Twitter at Tim Vicious. Also on that Facebook gimmick, Tim Ash. If you're gonna look for me on my Facebook gimmick, let me know you found me on there from here. On my Twitter at Tim Vicious. I don't think you got Creep John going. Big ups to my executive producer, Ali Ray Ben, who did provide the music for this sweet show. Check it out. It's on iTunes, Spotify, and such details are down below. Also, even out there on this wonderful little device called the YouTube, via the YouTube Messiah's way. And if you want one of these sweet Ali Ray Ben shirts, hit me up and I'll talk to the man for you. Show him some love and support. Big thank you to contributor of the show, LFC Lingerie Fighting Championship. It's a little bit of wrestling, a little bit of MMA, and a whole lot of attractive women wearing a little bit of nothing. Also, folks, make sure to check out these cool ass cats right here on the Twitter at Samelin Kenny Killer DSB_IV Diabolica RA and Sergeant Curry Pants. And folks, like I always tell y'all, you love me great, you hate me. Fuck you.